What is a message? Is it just words? Or can it be something else? Something hidden, something you have to look for? In the world of cryptocurrency, things are not always what they seem. A transaction, a simple movement of digital coins from one wallet to another, can be more than just a transaction. It can be a whisper. It can be a secret, encoded in plain sight for those who know where to look. The Pi Network, a project with millions of users, pioneers as they are called, recently became the stage for such a mystery that involves numbers, trust. So what exactly happened? Let's break it down. The Pi core team, developers, visionaries, needed to perform tests on the blockchain. This is a normal part of building any large-scale digital system. You have to make sure the pipes work, that data flows correctly, and that everything is secure and stable. To do this, they initiated a series of transactions. They sent small amounts of Pi from one internally controlled digital wallet to another. On the surface, this is just routine maintenance, the digital equivalent of an engineer checking the wiring in a new building. But they did something clever, something meaningful. Instead of sending random amounts like 0.001 Pi or 10 Pi, they chose the transaction amounts very, very carefully. They used the amount field, the part that says how much was sent, to spell out a number that is instantly recognizable to anyone who has been part of the Pi network journey. That number was 314,159. They sent a transaction for 3.14159 Pi, then another, and another. Why that number? Why 314,159? If you've been around the Pi network, you already know the answer. The name of the entire project, Pi, is a direct reference to the mathematical constant pi. It represents the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. It's a universal constant, and it starts with the digits 3.14159. The number 3.14159 is the numerical representation of the network's name. It's the project's identity, boiled down to 6 digits. Choosing this number was deliberate, a nod to the foundation of their brand. It's like a secret handshake every pioneer understands. It reinforces identity and creates shared knowledge and belonging among millions of users. Pi is irrational. Its decimals go on forever without repeating. That infinite nature is a metaphor for endless possibilities and evolving growth of the Pi network. The project aims to be more than a currency. It aspires to be a platform for applications and services and a digital world with limitless potential. Using Pi and 3.14159 as a secret message encapsulates their vision of infinite growth.
It was saying, "We are Pi."
And the journey, like the number, continues. That single numerical choice resonated deeper than a normal technical update. Let's look closer at the evidence. The first key transaction that caught everyone's attention was a transfer of exactly 3.14159 Pi. This wasn't a payment to a user. This wasn't a payment to a merchant. It was an internal movement of funds between 2 core team wallets. This is the first and most obvious piece of the puzzle. The amount is unmistakable. This single transaction was the spark. It was the first word in the sentence they were writing on the blockchain. Imagine you're a detective sifting through thousands of lines on a block explorer. Most transactions are whole numbers. Some are simple fractions. Then suddenly you see it. 3.14159. It jumps out at you. It's too specific to be a coincidence. This specificity is what makes it a signal. In a sea of noise, a clear pattern is a message. The core team knew their most dedicated community members would spot this. They were counting on it. This first transaction was the hook. This initial transaction had a dual purpose. Technically, it tested the network handling of specific decimal values. Symbolically, it was the genesis of the message. It established the theme. It laid the first brick in a symbolic wall built in public view. A quiet announcement, a digital flag on the blockchain. It said, "We are here. We are building. We are doing it with purpose and identity." For the community, finding this felt like solving the first clue in a treasure hunt. The message didn't stop with a single transaction. That would have been interesting, but what followed made it undeniable. The core team initiated at least 2 more significant transactions that echoed the first one. While amounts varied slightly, they revolved around the theme of Pi. Another major transaction was larger, but linked to wallets from the initial 3.14159 transfer, creating a clear link. Think of it as a musical motif. The first transaction was a single clear note, 3.14159. The subsequent transactions were the harmony. A larger transaction might be sent, and then immediately following it, a smaller 3.14159 pi transaction would occur, like a punctuation mark at the end of a sentence. This repetition turns a coincidence into a deliberate pattern. It removes all doubt that this was an intentional message from the core team. These follow-up transactions demonstrated consistency and control. The core team could orchestrate complex sequences with precision. Seeing the pattern repeat was like a skilled pilot performing complex maneuvers, each perfectly executed. It builds confidence in both pilot and machine. The analysis of these top 3 symbolic transactions became a focal point. It was proof, hard, verifiable proof on the immutable ledger, not rumor. Data carved into digital stone. Repeating the message transformed it from a clever Easter egg into a foundational statement. Look, it works, and we are in full control, guiding it with the spirit of pi. Why go to all this trouble? Why not just post an announcement saying, "We completed a successful network test"? The answer is simple: trust. In the world of cryptocurrency, trust is everything. A simple announcement can be just words, but an action embedded on the blockchain itself is a form of proof. The Pi network has been in an enclosed mainnet period. Pioneers have been accumulating Pi, but can't yet trade it freely externally. This requires immense patience. Such a symbolic message on-chain is a massive morale boost.
We are still here. We are working hard.
It shows the team understands crypto culture where symbols, memes, and in-jokes build community. It makes the team more human. Ultimately, this wasn't just a technical test. It was a test of the social contract between the core team and the pioneers. By embedding a meaningful symbol, they demonstrated transparency, competence, and commitment to identity. They didn't just prove the blockchain works, they proved the heart of the project is still beating strong. A deposit in the bank of community goodwill. It's more powerful than any press release could ever be. In a world made of code and data, symbols are incredibly important. They are shortcuts to complex ideas and emotions. Think of the Bitcoin logo, not just a B. It represents a revolution and decentralization. The Ethereum diamond symbolizes a resilient network for building a new digital world. The Pi symbol, the number 314159. They function the same way for its community. The Pi core team's message was a masterclass in using symbolism. Marketing, community engagement, and a technical test all rolled into one. It creates a story, lore that becomes part of history. New users will be told the story of the 3.14159 transactions, a testament to clever founders. It also teaches, every transaction is public. Use a block explorer to find the 3.14159 transaction yourself. It makes the distributed ledger tangible and exciting. It proves transparency and immutability in an easy way. Most importantly, symbols create unity. When millions share a symbol, it connects them. It makes them feel part of something bigger. The number 314159 is now a digital flag. Patience, belief in the future, a shared journey. So, what does this all mean for you, the individual pioneer? It means you are part of a living project communicating in creative ways. Your daily tap is not solitary. You are one node in a vast network of millions, contributing to security and growth. This on-chain message reminds you, stay connected and informed as the network moves toward open mainnet. As the ecosystem grows, explore Pi apps in the Pi browser, try apps, provide feedback, and help build utility. The value of a network is its usefulness. By participating, you are a co-creator shaping the future. This event highlights curiosity. Read announcements, join discussions, understand the tech, even at a basic level. Your engagement is the energy that fuels the ecosystem. Don't end with the daily tap.
See this as an invitation. Dig deeper, connect with pioneers, become an active citizen.
The team is doing its part. Now is the time to stay engaged, stay motivated, and help build the future that Pi represents. In the end, the 3.14159 transactions are a statement, a technical test, a morale boost, a trust-building exercise, and a reaffirmation of core identity. It demonstrated technical competence and a deep understanding of symbolism and shared story. It was a gesture that spoke volumes without uttering a single word. Pi is reliable, unchanging, universal. By embedding this number, the core team signaled their commitment as a constant. In a volatile crypto world, this message of stability and long-term vision is incredibly valuable, an anchor of trust. A project is more than its code, it's the people who believe in it. Engaging the community strengthened the bonds that hold the network together. This unity is the network's most valuable asset, the source of potential strength and future value. Remember the lesson of 3.14159. Trust is earned, community is built, powerful messages can be hidden in plain sight. The journey of pi, like the number itself, continues, and the constant that will see it through is the strength of its community.